how's it going? So somebody requested investment guide. Investment guide, like investing is super easy. Okay, I included in Triforce, so how to invest is in here. Mini guide is in here. Basically, the most important thing to remember is when you're looking at anything in terms of investing, the quick question is, are they regulated? If the company is not regulated, under no circumstances do you ever, I don't care what they promise you, ever put the money with them. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna simply take your money and run away. Like, I'll show you very quickly. Okay, so let's say we have company A, company B. The guy who's running it is called Scammy the Scammer, right? So what happens is he will promise you absolutely astronomical results. So that's investor. So that's your investor, right? That's you, basically, right? So you're gonna send the money here. He's gonna promise you, oh, you know, like, oh, you're gonna get like a billionaire, a trillionaire, like 10,000% returns in like 2 days. Oh my god, right? Much better than savings account. All of that is complete, utter scam. The reason why they're doing that is because they want to do this. Once you send them the money, they will have a secondary company, partnership company, it doesn't matter, where they then purchase their services and send money here. Right? So money goes this way. Second way they're gonna do it, they're gonna pay themselves fat salaries and bonuses. All of this is completely legal. There is no, you cannot sue against it. Salaries, right? I forgot how to spell salaries, god damn it. Okay, so you see, so he is getting the salary, so your money in here is getting drained. And as soon as it becomes zero, they declare bankruptcy and say, whoopsie, sorry, we made a lot of bad decisions, adios, bye-bye. You'll be like, but my money. And you'll be like, yeah, your money is now here with Scammy the Scammer, and he can spend it in any way he wants. There is no, that's called a limited liability. Look it up. It's called limited liability. Right? Let me just find it for you. You can look it up in here. It's called limited liability. Basically, when you set up a company, it's kind of like a person. And directors of the company are not responsible for the debt of the company. Right? So although there are two directors who are the same person, the company is a separate entity. It's a separate person when you think about it, right? So when that person goes bankrupt, it's not the fault of directors, even though they made all the decisions for that person. Do you understand that that's a loophole? That's created by, it's created for two reasons. Number one reason is to minimize the risk of starting a business. Because, I mean, starting businesses, your odds of failing are so high, like you need some kind of motivation for people to actually do it. But because we are dealing with a lot of sociopaths, they actually abuse this. Right? They just abuse this. Like normal people, most of the time they don't, because they are because they're not normal people. They understand how society works. But sociopaths, they're like, aha! Let me just scam everyone. And it's very hard to regulate this shit. Because if you stop this, nobody will want to go into business. Right? So this is kind of like a double-edged sword. A lot of people go into business because of limited liability, reduces risk, but on the flip side, a lot of scammers abuse it, so they can basically make your money disappear. Again, they're gonna promise you bazillion dollars in 1 year. You send them the money, they pay themselves salaries, buy services of their own services, consultancy services, whatever, something intangible, right? And then they say, oh, you know, I provided management consultancy to myself, and I paid myself, here is the receipt. It's silly, but that's the way it is. So the only way to stop this is to check, are they regulated? And if so, because when they're regulated, government will see, aha, something is not right in here, right? This guy seems to be scamming people. And they will shut it down very quickly. they will kind of like freeze the accounts and stuff like that. Another thing is when they're regulated, they're audited, right? So you can see where the money is flowing, how operation is running, and you can, if it's a scam, government is going to shut it down. So you can think of a regulation as a pre-screening process by the government saying that yes, this company is safe. Outside of regulation, you're just gonna get scammed. Almost everyone in there is a scam. Alright, so don't, number one is like other, if you're not regulated, I don't give a shit what they promise you. You have to remember, they will 100% scam you. 100% is gonna happen. Like, I learned it the hard way. Now, the second thing you need to know is that passive investing, so I gave you some funds in here. Most of them are just copies of what your pension fund does. If you go into pension, which you should, most of them invest into All World or S&P 500. And that's it. Outside of that, I mean, there's really nothing to invest into. You can go into Nasdaq 100 if you want. I split 50 into S&P, 50 into Nasdaq. But it's up to yourself. Let me just put it in here. Nasdaq 100. It's called EQQQ. But that's kind of up to you. Optional. Like, do some research, and this one is like a no-brainer because Warren Buffett like recommends it. A lot of companies, a lot of investors recommend it. It's a good fund. You can't go wrong with it. So one thing you need to understand that these funds will always beat passive investors. So some YouTubers telling you, hey, I'm stock picking, I'll tell you where to invest your money. You have to understand that they do not outperform the market. So this here shows you, it's a little bit complex, but it shows you how many investors do not outperform the S&P 500, which is called the market. Alright, so you see in year 1 there is 39%. 39% people do outperform, but 61 fail. And by the year 10, 86% fail. So investing, like, if somebody's telling you about an active investment, just remember in 10 years it has 86% probability of failing. So it's a waste of your time, effectively speaking. You simply do not, like, the best strategy is to work, increase your skills so you can earn more money, and keep investing into passive funds like S&P, World Fund, or Nasdaq. That's it. There is really no other way to do it at the moment. And the reason why people tell you, oh, I want to invest into crypto, blah, because they're probably part of the scheme. There's two ways. They're either promoters of the scheme. Most YouTubers are like that, right? Or they have already lost a lot of money in the scam, and they are trying to get that money back and hoping that you're gonna put the money in. So the fund, well, basically they're trying to recover their money back. And they're doing that by hoping that the Ponzi scheme, well, you probably don't know what Ponzi scheme is, but they're basically trying to make the scam work so that they somehow recover the funds. And that's why they're telling you to do it as well. But that's people who already lost. Like, we're talking about people who are, they're not really controlling their behavior anymore. They're just impulsively desperately trying to get their money back. It's like a person who is hungry. They really gonna have very low morals because they're just hungry. They just want to eat. So these people who are like lost a lot of money and they're trying to get the money back out of a scam are kind of in that category. Right, they're lost morale, and they're just trying to get the money back, and they will do whatever it takes to do it. So you need to kind of stay away. But again, that does not apply to you, because the first thing you're gonna do when somebody starts pitching you some investment, you're gonna say, "Are they regulated? Are they regulated?" They're gonna say, "Oh no, we don't have a regulation because adios, bye bye, see you later." Like, okay, not interested, right? Why? Because otherwise you're gonna get scammed. That's it. And that's I might do like a more in-depth one, but I mean, that's pretty much all you need to know. Just remember, are they regulated? And if somebody's telling you I am stock picking, just look at the statistical probability of success is tiny. Don't get into this Donald Kruger effect. That, oh, this guy is gonna do it, he's gonna be part of the 1%, he's gonna win the lottery. No. Play mathematically correct. Play mathematically correct. Do you remember the decision-making formula? Good decisions versus good outcomes. Yeah, this one here. Do you remember the lady? She showed you how to make good decisions. Look. This has 50% probability of winning 100. This has 1 in 6. 1 in 6 is what? 18% probability of winning 100. Okay? So think about this mathematically. On this side we have scammy YouTuber who's telling you, oh, I'm gonna make you $1 billion, and his probability of success is 8%. Right? On this side we have S&P, 100% probability to do 8 to 10% annually without ability to lose money. In here, you probably 99% chance to lose money, and the chances of him outperforming the market are slim to none. So you're like really are gambling. He may do it in the first 2 years, but over long term, he's just gonna like basically scam you and disappear, and that's it. So invest into S&P, please. Don't invest into anything else. Do not invest into anything else. And that's it. Okay? Watch this video, it's in here. Very good. Alright? And okay, see you later. The guide isn't here. Take care.